Hi, I'm Garry Douglas, President and CEO of the North Country Chamber of Commerce based in Plattsburgh, New York. And as I always like to say in these kinds of presentations, greetings from Plattsburgh, New York, Montreal's U.S. suburb. Actually, that describes the importance from our point of view, from my point of view, of the relationship between New York and Canada, New York and Quebec in particular. It's special and unique because of the degree of connectivity between us, both in terms of depth and in terms of breadth. That has to do with family, it has to do with economics, it has to do with everything really in everyday life, particularly for us here in the Plattsburgh region. My favorite thing about Canada is Montreal. We're an hour from downtown Montreal, where I'm standing here today in Plattsburgh, and it is our big city. We are their suburb and place to recreate all 4 seasons of the year. We are intertwined in a way that allows us to enjoy that city, which is one of the greatest metropolitan cities in the world in every respect you can think of. And again, an hour up the road. And we do take advantage of it. Not all areas of the U.S. Intertwine themselves quite so deeply with neighboring areas of Canada as we have, and that goes back hundreds of years. We used to be fond of saying, when there was such a thing as a phone book, you know, you could look in the Plattsburgh phone book and figure out where most families came from here by the French surnames. But it's also the Irish and Scotch and other surnames as well. The population here, through history, came over the border from the Montreal area. And we've been interrelated. Half my family is from Montreal. A lot of my family roots going back through history are from there. So we are really a common region, a common people. In the center of our area, there remains a border, which is an inconvenience we need to deal with at times, but it doesn't define regionality. It doesn't define our connection with Montreal. It isn't another place over there. It's something we feel a part of, and we think a great many Montrealers for many generations have felt the same in turn. The state of the relationship between New York and Canada generally, Quebec in particular for our area, it's unbreakably strong. Close our border, we're going to remain connected. Have politics in either country that says things we wish weren't said or does things on occasion we wish weren't done, we're going to remain connected. We're in everything together. Our future is in common just as our past is in common, and we are bursting with opportunity. None of the things, the challenges that we're going through now, particularly the restrictions on our shared border, are diminishing those opportunities. In fact, they're kind of stacking them up. We deal with Canadian friends here every day who are anxious to get back to doing business, anxious to make investments. We know it's in the other direction as well, and just kind of waiting for when they can come down and do that meeting and do that face-to-face, do that site visit. And that's remarkable to see. It isn't being redirected elsewhere. It just has everybody on a little bit of a pause and being able to take some final stages, which I believe bodes extraordinarily well for the year ahead. Once these border restrictions are able to fall behind us and become part of a challenging part of our history, I think we're going to see a burst of renewed activity and visitation and interaction because we miss one another. We miss our Montreal and Quebec friends. We know they miss us. They miss coming down here. The collegial relationships between our businesses and our business organizations, the family connections. Those who predict, oh, well, you know, this may change the pattern of things for all time. Absolutely not. Balderdash. I don't know what balderdash is in French, but I'll let somebody else translate that. But I think the anxiousness to reconnect is going to be extraordinary because it's who we are as Quebecers, as Northern New Yorkers, and we look forward to that day sooner rather than later, hopefully. And we thank the Canadian American Business Council for this annual event that they're proceeding with this year. And as we always say here in conclusion, onward and upward.